This is Matthew Kratter's Bitcoin University. Today I want to talk about Bitcoin knots node runners being attacked. This is not a video that I was planning on making today. I was going to take the day off, but something extraordinary has happened, so I wanted to make sure to cover it. I want to introduce you to Portland.HODL if you don't know who this is. He's on the pro spam side, but he's made some nice gestures in this post. He says, "My ask would be that instead of fighting, disparaging, and just overall hostility be set aside, that aside to build a better Bitcoin. At the core, everyone is looking for the same thing and thus have the same destination. The idea of how to get there is the only difference. Unfortunately, this guy is a complete snake. Portland is or has been an employee contractor of Mara, which is a pro-spam malicious mining pool that's filling the Bitcoin blockchain with junk every single day. Portland's the guy who built Mara's spam submission machine, which is called Slipstream. We've spoken about that before. And this is a way of bypassing the nodes so people can't get junk into the blockchain. And Mara is more than happy to accommodate this. So Portland's the guy who built Slipstream for them. Mara itself is a large contributor to Bitcoin Core funding through Brink. We can see here Mara, back when they were called Marathon Digital Holdings, donated $500,000 to Brink, which is one of the main funders of Bitcoin Core devs. Now that's bad enough already, and it may help to explain why Bitcoin Core devs have become so tolerant of spam in the past few years. We've been looking for some sort of smoking gun. We haven't really found one yet, but it gets much worse than this because we just learned that apparently Portland has been attacking the nodes of Bitcoin knots node runners, requesting lots of unnecessary data from them, in other words, repeated initial block downloads, IBDs, in order to DDoS their machines and run up their monthly internet overage charges. In other words, Portland is a pro-spam malicious actor who's been paid by another pro-spam actor, namely Mara, which itself donates to a dev team that's now mostly pro-spam, namely Bitcoin Core. And now this malicious actor is attacking the nodes of everyday Bitcoiners who are running Bitcoin knots nodes in an attempt to protect the network from all the spam enabled by Portland and Mara and Core and all the other malicious actors. Portland, this piece of human garbage, is publicly bragging about attacking random innocent Bitcoiners who are running Bitcoin knots nodes at home using Comcast as their ISP. Let's listen to this. And while you're listening, you should pay attention. This was recorded, I guess, surreptitiously. You should pay attention to all of the faces and accounts that are here. These, you should assume at this point, these are all extremely bad actors. But let's give a listen.
Bro, their bills are going to be
because they
so
have a data,
expensive
because
this
Comcast users, because we have a list of basically knots nodes that advertise on knots, and then the users of Comcast have data caps at their house typically, and these are residential ASNs. They're not like the Comcast business blocks, and so.
Again, he's talking about attacking just residential node runners who are using Comcast in the US. These are people who are not part of the official fight. They just want to protect the Bitcoin network from spam. And he somehow got a list of these people and is attacking their nodes.
Yeah, like I was, okay, I am like basically peering with them and asking for an IBD from a fresh node. Maybe I have like 96 of these nodes running right now because I want to get IBDs from all these clients. And sometimes
are they at least knots nodes?
No, they're core nodes.
Oh, come on.
They're actually master branch. But continuing on, essentially just like asking again and again and again, allegedly. So Mechanic comes up in the space. At this point, I know it's kind of probably recorded, etc. So I was like, confirm or like he's like, do you formally confirm or deny that you're doing this? I was like, I kind of pussied out and I was like, no, I'm not gonna deal with this.
Anyway, you can listen to the rest. But in terms of people like Shinobi, Portland, Wicked, Rob Hamilton here, you should really think twice before interacting with them after seeing a video like this and seeing them laughing at something like this. Laughing when someone says that someone claims to be a Bitcoiner and brags about how they're attacking other everyday Bitcoiners. As Luke points out, be careful out there. The bad actors are now attacking individual knots nodes. And again, this is a vulnerability that knots inherited from Core, so it's not something that Luke did. But if you have data limits, pay a visit to the max upload target option in the GUI under options, go to network tab, try to keep upload traffic under however many megabytes per day. And I think you can only adjust this in Bitcoin knots. As HMLE points out here, Bitcoin Core is saying it's FOSS, it's free and open source software. If you don't like our software, you're free to run something else. Plebs start running Bitcoin knots. Bitcoin Core, sure, but we'll attack your nodes, flood the crap out of your bandwidth and data data cap. And this is a question for Fred Thiel, the CEO of Mara, who I calculated based on his last year's worth of earnings. He makes about $110,000, not per month, not per week, but per day. That's about $40 million a year. And he makes it being his company is a very malicious actor in this space. So here's a question from Cypher Hoodlum to Fred Thiel, CEO of Mara. Does Mara employ people that DDoS attack people? Is Portland.HODL living the values of your company? And again, you should go through, look at all these faces, see who these people are. They think this is funny to be participating in a space where they're laughing about everyday Bitcoiners like you and me being attacked by a guy who is funded by Mara. As Vegas Bitcoiners points out here, had recommended Anchor Watch at our meetups after Becca gave us the demo, but after seeing Rob Hamilton laugh about a Bitcoiner attacking a fellow Bitcoiner because they disagree on filtering, I'd advise anyone using any other solution but it. Absolute loser energy in this space. I like this post from Apex BTC. I'll leave it here. Currently, the most plausible explanation is that Core has either been co-opted or is in the process of being co-opted by state actors, venture capitalists, and mining interests like Mara, I would add. I'm going to leave it there. We'll probably know a lot more as I read up on this and study up on it over the weekend. But for now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the subscribe and like buttons. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I publish my next video. And let me know your questions and comments in the comment section below. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.